Yo, welcome back to Famous and Wealthy Podcast. Today we got my boy Smitty to go in the building, man. Today he gonna talk about digital products, man. Can you break us down to how you get to the bag, man? Like the private jets and all that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
The Mary, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
how we be like you?
Yeah, man. You know I had to fly private out here, man.
Yeah.
To Miami today.
Okay.
Something slight today,
Something
you
slight.
know. It's something
Yeah.
slight. But nah, I wanted to get into a cool conversation today about all the stuff that we've been doing on the making money online digitally.
Right.
So I see a lot of people in the industry starting to come up and they starting to build these businesses online. And I believe they are structuring it the wrong way, and they could be making a lot of more money or scaling their business to the next level, but they haven't been taught how to really run the business. They just see everybody doing courses and digital products.
Okay, how are they structuring their business the wrong way?
Meaning like I see people posting like flyers. So like this is an
Okay,
example.
flyers.
I got a mentorship for $2,500. Post a flyer.
Right.
You ain't gonna get nobody to buy that. If you're trying to charge somebody $2,500, $5,000, they don't want to see a flyer. They want to come into a journey of something for them to get a conversion for them to buy it. So like, for example, instead of me posting a flyer, I put somebody in a webinar or a free class first to give them the value of what I got first, and then offer them something at the end to work with me further after I showed them I'm good at what I do.
Smart.
You know, or after I showed them what I did for other people. So then now I have a way better odds of converting way more people into my things that I'm offering versus just saying I got mentorship, buy it, or I got a flyer, buy it, or trying to run ads to a flyer, or trying to run ads to just a landing page that say buy my shit.
So you basically saying no flyers.
No flyers, no.
Okay.
Because it's better selling mechanism that we can put together that where people could be able to make money a lot faster and a lot of more money if they knew how to structure them the right way. And the way that I got my layers of my structures laid out, it's like a lethal ecosystem of a lot of money that could be made with millions of dollars because of the way that I structure it and the way the client has to go through my journey in order to get to the next level of my products and my programs.
What separates you from all the other entrepreneurs?
I believe that I actually sat down and learned the game for real. So like I think a lot of people grasp the concept of some of this stuff online from other people doing it and said they did it and just went to go do it. I was reading books. I was paying mentors. I was YouTubing. I was doing courses, ebooks, everything on this topic for 2 years straight to understand like how is the people who making 50 million, 100 million with this same industry, what are they doing? What structures do they have? How they setting it up? I'm not just, he said he do courses. Let me just create a course because he made $1 million of courses. I really learned the back end of the game, how to structure, how to set it up the right way. So it was easy for me to start structuring mine the right way so I can make multi-millions of dollars with mine.
Right. You have a lot of female mentees?
Yeah, so I believe that females are taking over the industry with this stuff too. They is cooking right now.
Right.
Like the last 3 biggest people in my inner circle programs have been all females. One of my inner circle members is doing $400,000 a month right now.
Wow.
One of them just did $100,000 in a day. I think it's like 6 of them averaging $100,000 a month. Like, and it's just like I only opened my inner circle 6 months ago.
You in a relationship?
I'm this man, baby. You supposed to talk about it. Yeah, I'm in a relationship, man.
Okay.
I'm in
So
a
basically,
relationship.
how do you deal with the mentees and the relationship? Like, how do that, collide?
No,
For
no.
people that, who want to get female mentees, but they got a girl,
for sure.
the fans.
I think having a girl actually makes it easier to deal with women that come into your program because first, especially if they have men. So this is where it really come in at. If the girl got a dude, they're more comfortable with allowing her to be interactive with you and around you because you got a woman and you not trying to rock out with things. At least you got a woman and then you got your situation going on. So he ain't thinking that you trying to mess with, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. Because you got, and they, you know what I'm saying? So, but we trying to make money, bro. I'm mature now, man. Like we trying to make money together. You know, they coming in here to make money. We ain't doing no weird stuff like that.
Right. That's good.
Yeah. So, one of the first models I would think that people need to start is what's called a membership community group. And you did a good job at this when you first started with your subscription. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with your OnlyFans, the model. Like, I think a lot of people should start off like that before they create these bigger tiers of mentorships. Of
Subscription based.
Yeah, subscription based.
Okay.
So like if we want to set up like a what's called a value ladder of offers, let's just say you want to start somebody off at a smaller ticket and be able to upgrade people to a different tier. So what I mean by that is you want to have the offer something for like mine's is $50 a month. Let's just say $50 a month. Once you solve that problem in that $50 a month offer, you need to be able to create another offer on top of that solves the next problem. So, for example, if my community shows people, or my subscription group shows people how to clean their credit, build their credit, and get access to their first $25,000 credit card, what is their next problem they gonna have? They don't know how to make money. Just because you got access to your first $25,000 credit card don't mean you know how to make money now. So why don't I create something for them to teach them how to make money? And who is better to come to when you want to learn something about making money than the person that just helped you get your first $25,000?
Right.
So now I could be able to send my clients up this ascension ladder, right, to my next tier offer, which I'll charge something like $5,000, let's just say. Now, when I charge this $5,000 program, everybody in my community is going to be willing to pay this $5,000 because I just helped you reach that first level of, the things that you were struggling with. Now, I can help you solve the next problem when it comes to making money and teach you how to start a funding business, let's just say. But then after you get done with that, you're going to understand, okay, well, how do I add extra streams of revenue, or how do I scale that? So then I have another offer that solves your next problem. So your next problem going to be, all right, I started a funding business. I made $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. How do I get to $100,000 a month? How do I get to $150,000? How do I get to $250,000 a month? All right, now we got to teach y'all different shit. Now we got to teach y'all the digital marketing game. Now we got to teach y'all other ways to add revenue to your business model and other ways to scale your business with marketing strategies and running ads and doing collaborations and leveraging other people's audiences so we can get you exposure to know who you is and what you do and be able to scale your business to the next level. So if I think, like, if people could think to set their offers up to be able to solve the next problem that a person going to have with the first thing you solve, they will have a better odds for a person to spend more money with you. So let's just say if you got a mentorship, you teach people how to get exposure. The next thing they're gonna need is systems. They're gonna need how to curate these clients to be able to convert them into software. So like you was using OnlyFans, I use a platform called School. They need to know what platforms to use. They need to know how to take the payment. They need to know how to set up websites. They need to know how to do all these things. They need to run around ads. What softwares or what websites to run ads off of. And I think if people could get a better structure of how they setting up the things that they teach, they can make way more money. Mm-hmm. And then we use like these different selling ecosystems, I say, to be able to get people into our offers now. So this is a different marketing strategy that we use that a lot of people don't use. And we use what's called, what you've been hearing them and seeing them already, which is webinars, 5-day challenges, and we've been using VSL structurings. So with these three type of different selling mechanisms, we can be able to get to convert clients way easier, way faster. So like a webinar is when you already know, but we go host a free class and we get a couple hundred people into this free presentation and we be able to close somebody at the end. What that does is it easily be able to convert a client faster, and you could charge more because you're giving them way more value before you ask for money. So it's just like giving somebody, the Chinese people at the Chinese store, what they do, they give you a sample first. Why they been in business so long? Why they do that? Why the Chinese people been doing that so long? Because they know when you take a bite of this chicken and you like it, what's gonna happen? You're gonna come over here and get this full plate, and you're gonna spend more money with us. I take that same model with my business to be able to implicate in my business to where when you get some value from us, then you're gonna want more. You know what I mean? So then you don't mind spending more money with us once you know it's good already. So I think if people can start learning how to use those frameworks, they'll be able to make a lot of money. And then on the back end of that, people need to spend more money to make more money.
So look, as far as with what you got going on, how long you been doing this?
Yeah, it's my 4th year.
Okay. So do every year you have a goal of upgrading or doing things like to make yourself look better in your community? Like as far as like you ever walk in a room and you see like mentors and like guys that's on your program and they all look the same? Do you force yourself to stand out every like month? Like me, I got a goal to upgrade something every month, whether I might spend, if I'm spending $200,000 this month, next month I want to spend $300,000. I might want to get a better chain or a better watch or a better car. Mm-hmm. I just want to keep upgrading to show that like I'm doing better.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't think I do that, but this is what I do. I do gauge at looking to spend my money on marketing. Okay. I do gauge to get my people who I teach bigger results. That's one thing I'm looking for to do. Okay. Like, all right, how could I be able to teach one of my people in my inner circle? All right, the one of them did 200,000. How can we get them to do 300,000, 400,000? I feel like that impact could be able to bring me more business quicker. For sure. Than the things that we, but in a sense.
Do you have a marketing strategy behind that once you do that?
What part?
Like let's say if you get them 400,000. Yeah. Do you work on marketing that? Like, cause that'd be big for you.
Okay, no,
Yeah.
yes, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best way to get marketing around that is testimonials. You know what I mean? And then that's when you have in-person events, and then you do them in person. So that's the best way to be like, hey, this is what this person is doing. This is their results. This is their stats of what they doing this month or this year, whatever case may be. And you do it in person. That's the best way to be able to do testimonials. So people to understand like this person is real. They right here. So you got to go so far now because some people be capped. Pull out your phone, log into your bank account, and refresh it. You know, not showing what you did. Now somebody on the internet, oh, these people, all this stuff is cap, all this stuff not really, people not making all this money. Okay, how can I cap that? Today's day, I logged in, I refreshed it, and that's her phone. It ain't my phone, it's her name on it.
Yeah,
it ain't my. Now people have that trust. Now the people
that's the same way with me. Like, that's why I do the trips, the juries, the cars, and because you can't fake the going over the whole world every damn week.
This man in the country every week.
You get what I'm saying? Or you can't you know Johnny and this person and that person. Like you can't fake all that stuff. That's why I just do that type of stuff, and it make me a lot of money. People be like, "Why do you spend so much money on this?" It make me a lot of money
for sure.
Because we keep it up with the rappers too. Because to be honest, we're entrepreneurs, but we're still like rappers.
Yeah, they be thinking I'm a rapper, man.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
because the way we dress, man.
Yeah,
the way we dress and stuff.
Exactly. So it's kind of like they looking at it like we looking at rappers looking at us.
For sure.
Same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
we got a better odds to help them though.
No, that's what I was just.
Which I like the position we in.
That's
like,
me too.
Y'all
I
need
feel
us.
like we can really help y'all. Like, yeah, we can get you funding. We can get you this. We can get you that. So that's good. What's the most you think you got somebody funding?
I think we got somebody like 600,000 total. But
like honestly, what they do with the money?
They was investing to real estate.
Oh, okay.
And commercial real estate. So he was investing into storage facilities. So he needed a big bag. He trying to
Has somebody ever got a loan and then just stop fucking with you?
Yeah.
Just use you type shit?
Not use me, but they paid to get the information. Okay. You know what happened one time? And I had to really get better at being a leader and a teacher because I think I led them a little the wrong way, and I had to really get better at this in order to guide people the right way.
Right.
When I first started teaching this stuff, after I understood it, did it for myself, I started putting other people on, and I'm just geeked up. I'm like, man, I know how to get 100K. I got 750. I taught a first group of like 5 people, and one of these dudes did the craziest thing ever. He took the money and went to go get a new watch, a new Range Rover, new penthouse with the credit, bro.
What?
With
no income.
With no income. That's what I said,
wow.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
So that made me like really buckle down on teaching people about mindset, man. Start like understanding that credit is used as a tool to make you money, not just to go spend on liabilities and dumb stuff.
Yeah.
He like, man, I'm lit now. I got the watch. He coming to me like he got trophies, look at my car, man, my watch. And I'm like, yo, that's good and all, but where's you finna pay this back at?
Yeah.
Yo, he like, well, man, that's what I thought I was supposed to do. I'm like, bro, I didn't tell you that. You know what I mean? He's like, but you told me how to get the money. I'm like, yeah, we could do smart stuff with it, bro.
Let me ask you something like me, what I'm doing, right? Look, okay. So my mentorship is anywhere from $75,000 to, $300,000, right?
Yep.
So I feel like if I get somebody a loan and I let them pay me for my mentorship with the loan, what do you think about that?
Well, it just depends on what their return gonna be. This is how I look at it when I charge. If I charge you X amount of money, I'm expecting, or at least I know that I can make you 10X what I charge you. Right. If I feel like
that's how I be feeling too.
If I feel like I can make you 10X what I charge you, then I'm comfortable with charging that.
But honestly though, I feel like me personally, if like let's say somebody paid me like $350,000, I guarantee you, and I'm blowing them up. Like
you
I don't care.
Make them $1 million, bro. You gotta make them $1 million.
This is what I'm saying.
Make them $1 million, bro.
I don't care if I have to put them on my podcast every day every day until they make their money. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I'm just basically letting you know I'm gonna do whatever it takes for them because I'm not gonna have them say that they gave me $350K and they're paying on the loan.
Yeah.
Like so that's my new plan right now that I'm working on to be. I said, all right, I'm gonna get you funding, but I'm gonna guarantee you gonna be where you need to be at. You know what I mean? When you spend this type of money with me, because I don't want nobody complaining.
No, for sure. But I don't mind people financing to pay you. They finance everything else in their life. They finance houses, cars. They don't make no money. They finance everything else in the world. You can't finance education and information to get you to the next level. Yes, you can.
You know what I mean? And then they be mad like y'all going to finance these old ass cars. There's limits. It's breaking down, and you ain't getting nothing. You might as well finance a person. Be a best friend. Like okay, I finance your mentorship. I'm your best friend now. I'm going on trips with you. I'm in your inner circle. All that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm damn near forcing you to teach me everything because I'd have paid you $150, and I'm gonna make you. This is crazy. They have to make you feel like you owe them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because that's a bag.
No, it's a
so
bag
now
for
you
sure.
gonna be like, damn, let me get them this, let me get them that
No,
credit
for
card.
sure.
Let me I'd rather be in that position. You know what I'm saying, with the mentees that I
But
deal
yeah,
with.
man, you charge what you feel like you value. Love. Just make sure you can deliver on helping that person
Yeah,
get,
for
you
sure.
know, their return on their investment. Of course, but
Yeah.
you know, everybody got their own strategy, what they could do to be able to help people. So
Yeah.
you know, I don't think that nobody can charge no amount. Like I know people got $1 million offers,
No, yeah,
$5 million
yeah,
offers.
me too.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy. They be like, I charge $1 million. I'll be like, hey,
Even just to invest with some people, you gotta have a certain amount of money
No,
in your
for-
banking
no,
account
for sure.
for them to even like they wouldn't
Yeah.
even talk to your ass.
It makes sense because I'm kind of like at that point with my inner circle too. I feel like I need to talk to people who make $10,000-$20,000 already. If you make
Exactly.
like $2,000, it's like you certain things you're not gonna be able to do that I need you to do and that I know that's gonna help you scale to the next level.
And it shows that they're disciplined too.
Oh yeah, if they
You
can
know what I mean?
get
If
to
they
that
can
point.
save, if they can actually keep the money in the bank without touching it, they're very disciplined.
Yeah. So I think having a person at a certain caliber does help you being able to teach that type of person.
For somebody that's watching right now, how important is a mentorship with Smitty?
Yeah, it's number one. No, do you do it right now? No, I'm just playing. But I really think I'll do a great job at helping people. But this what I think is the misconstrue with this industry. Be sure on what you want. People just be like, I want you to mentor me. Okay. I don't teach a lot of things. I teach what I teach. So if you want to learn this, you can come over here and I can teach you that. But some people like, I want you to mentor me. You make $1 million. I want you to mentor me. Okay, bro, but when I mentor you at a high level, I teach you digital marketing. I don't teach you how to invest in real estate and how to do all the things or get life insurance and all these different things that you want to do that you feel as though just because I'm at a high level, I can mentor you on. And that, but like, you got to understand to be clear on what the offer is. If I say I teach you how to start, scale, and grow your business to make money online digitally, and I'm gonna be your mentor for that, I think people have the wrong expectations sometimes to be like, I thought you was gonna mentor me and doing the other stuff. Like, bro, I didn't.
Do you think that they're doing that to finesse you because they didn't really want to spend the money anyways, so that they're complaining?
Nah, so I think it's just they expecting you to do what they think in their head that they want to do just because you make millions of dollars. But I don't even teach that. But you think, if I bought, like right now I got a 105 unit property in Louisiana. It's 105. I bought the whole part. We bought the whole apartment complex. Right. It's real estate, but I don't teach real estate. But somebody looking in, like, man, he got 100 units of real estate worth $6 million, and man, he gonna be able to teach me that too. So if I he gonna mentor me. He just gonna mentor me, make millions of dollars. When I tell you my offer, I'm not gonna say nothing about real estate. I don't teach that. You know what I mean? That ain't my expertise to give you game
now,
on
if
it.
you want to learn, I can put you into with a team of people.
Yes, I put you into
that's experts in that.
Exactly.
That's gonna cost too.
Right, but I think some people expectations turn into just because you're doing something or got something going on that you can be able to teach them that too, and their expectation might be leaning towards that, and they don't get that, and they like, man, where that stuff at? It's like, be clear, just basically be clear on what you want when you get into paying somebody that is like directly what you want to get help with and mentored on and coaching on. Just be super clear. Like, be super clear with the person. Ask them exactly what's the teaching on this. Is it this? Or if it's something you want, ask. Is we going to get this? Yes or no? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's your biggest pet peeve with people that DM you? Like time wasters and people that just want to, I mean, I got a lot of it. Like, so I knowing like you got a lot of people that just want to talk, get on the phone. You know, a lot of jail niggas be inboxing. Somebody, I just got out of prison. Like
a lot of jail people inbox me. A lot of jail. Some of them be spending money though. There's one person,
there's
one person in my inner circle that spent $25,000 and he in jail and he be on the Zoom calls.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, he be in his cuffy thing on his Zoom calls. I don't know how he do it. I shout out to my boy though, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he locked in. He like, when I get out of jail, I'm gonna be millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He locked in. I'm in there. They trying. You know what I'm saying? But so what I do with that, man, I'm not gonna lie. I just send them the free stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I feel like you're gonna be a person that's gonna waste my time and I value my time, how about I just give you a free YouTube video or something? Like, I go watch this first, or get in my free training real quick, bro. You know what I mean? I just lead them to that. Like, I don't talk to people like long messages in the DM. Sure. I ain't doing that.
Do you think that the education space is getting a little oversaturated right now?
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope. It looks like that to us because we follow it, but that's because we choose to follow the people who's doing it. But the people on the outside looking in, they seeing it, but they ain't seeing it like we seeing it.
Oh, because it's too much education and it's too many distractions around Like as far as the this, that, the funny shit, the dangerous shit.
Yes,
Oh,
that
okay.
too. But also, like the people in the real world, not the real world, the people that aren't multi-millionaires and in the space and understand to follow and build relationships with people in the industry that's making money like they making money.
Right.
They're looking at all of us from this other lens, right? And they're seeing people moving and shaking, right? But what we follow and what we want to watch is other millionaires and doing that. So we are doing similar things. So we see it on our timeline every day. Other people, like you said, they got Shade Room down their timeline. They got Bobby from high school. They got like all these different people. They not seeing it as crazily as we seeing it. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm following hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs and digital marketers and people in my same industry. So when my timeline flooded with it, I'm like, man, I'm tired of seeing y'all talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
But then I had to realize you're following that type of people every day, all day. So it's gonna be on your timeline crazy. I think other people that's on their way up and their journey up, they following a decent amount of us, but they don't know thousands of them.
Like, do you have the pressure like me to feel like in that you have to go harder and work harder every day, all day? Like, I feel like me, I got a lot, I make a lot, but I still feel like I'm behind.
I do feel like that. When
I feel like
I start having conversations with people, when they numbers crushing my numbers out the water, I feel like I gotta go back to the drawing board. And I feel like I gotta work a little harder, and I feel like I gotta make
a lot of people are comfortable. So I be like, I look at people like my boy might get a Bugatti, or like might be staying in the crib that's $100K a month, or you know what I'm saying. So I be like, damn, I got some work to do.
For
I'm
sure.
like, damn, what am I doing or not doing? Or
somebody want to get $600,000 rings, and then I only spend 10. So then now people I gotta like, you know what I'm saying, get different book of the diamonds in mine. You know what I'm saying?
It's good, but you know it's good motivation. Like I might see you go buy a Bugatti, I'm like, damn, what
for sure.
What you doing? Like, cause I need to, figure out something. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually friendly competition, but it motivates you better. You know what I mean? Because if you were just at the top, then you wouldn't go as hard.
Yeah, no, I agree. We need that though.
No,
we need to be around people that are at a higher level than us, because if we not, then if we at the highest level and we got other people around us, then we not gonna be able to learn. We not gonna be able to get that motivation to keep going hard. We gonna feel like, well, shit, we at the top of this shit. We can take a little break or something. But that's not the case. Niggas out here, people out here doing 10, 20 times more than you. You better keep getting busy, and you don't want to go back low. So you better keep going. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. What's your plans for 2025?
2025, I want to be able to hit 8 figures in 1 year now. My next goal is to hit 8 figures in 1 year.
1 year or 1 month?
Nah, 1 year. I got to hit 1 year first, then I go 1 month.
Yeah.
I want to do at least. I want to start getting to $1 million a month first, and then so that's my journey right now. My lock-in journey is how do I position myself to do $1 million a month every single month. Every single month.
And then, honestly, how do you think that you will be able to do that? Like, what do you think that you have to structure to be able to do $1 million a month?
Yeah, so it's gonna be affiliate marketing, and it's gonna be spending more money.
Yeah,
it's gonna be both of those.
It's really I was just gonna tell you, it's really ads.
It's gonna be
I don't know how
money.
much you spend on ads, but if you want to do $1 million a month, you got to at least spend $350,000, $400,000 on ads in 1 month.
100%. I gotta get to a point that I spend $350,000 a month on ads. You're right.
Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah. 100%.
Because like really, it's just a couple credit cards and just doing it and just testing.
100%. So I'm just trying to fine tweak everything I got in my foundation to be prepared and ready to be able to deliver.
Yeah, because
you know
it's gonna be a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have it break my systems and I not be able to deliver like I'm supposed to. Yeah. So I want to make sure my foundation is built properly so that I can be able to handle the fulfillment.
Right.
If I can handle fulfillment smoothly and successfully, I'm gonna run it. But I don't want to push that button on that $350 a month, and then this stuff start flooding crazy, and I can't handle it. I'm missing stuff, or I'm doing bad services, and people saying that it wasn't good. Like I really want to make sure my foundation tight, built properly for people to be able to get fulfilled properly. So, but it's always coming. Yeah, I'm coming.
Do you plan on starting your own podcast?
Yeah, we starting my own podcast this year for sure.
That's hard.
Yeah, I need y'all to come be a guest on my podcast. We're gonna get busy.
You know what I'm saying? What you gonna be charging?
I don't know yet, man.
6 bands, 7 bands?
A little more.
10, damn.
Yeah. Because I think it's gonna be a lot of the cool thing about my podcast and my audience is a group of people who have access to money.
Right.
So it's gonna be easier to be able to get people to be able to convert with what they got going on, because the people on my audience got money.
Right.
So you're gonna have a lot of benefit of connecting with me on my podcast of individuals who are entrepreneur, business minded, and they got some money too because they've been learning how to get money from me for 4 or 5 years. Now they trying to figure out where to spend the money, where to invest the money, how to make money off the money they do have. So I think it's gonna be a big benefit. So we gonna see. I don't know just yet though. We're gonna get busy though. But a lot of my talk is gonna be around digital marketing, just business, super heavy. And I really wanted to talk about the structure of how I structure with my membership community group. So what we do is, well, what I used to do is the way we used to make money is digital products. And I'm gonna see your thought process on this too. Would you like membership community better or digital products?
I like subscription based.
Why?
I'm gonna be 1,000% with you. Every single month, I make so much money that I just be like, I feel like I don't have to do nothing. I'll be overseas and I just be like, boom, boom, and it hits. So what I do is every day, if I want an extra $5, $10, $20,000, even though I got the guaranteed money coming in every month, I can do the upsells of 100, 200, 300, 400.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To each person that's in the community.
Yeah.
So you can't really lose when you're doing that. So that's kind of like how I'm thinking about it. Like, yeah. Now the digital product is good too, but it's not like as crazy as a subscription base. Yeah. People sleep on that subscription base, bro. That shit is like 4 years straight of just going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, so I'm with you, and I had to realize that because I was so heavy on digital products, and I'm like, I'm going crazy.
Because it's a one-time sale.
There you go. It's a one-time off sale when it's like not money coming in every other time. One person could have paid you for $500 versus just $40 if you had them in the subscription versus the digital product.
Also, the finesse got to be because you know what entrepreneurs do. They put too much information in at once. So if you know you got a subscription-based site, you have to turn up on a second month at the end of the month. So if you can't give them everything at once, it has to be, like I said, January. On the 3rd, you let them know on a 3rd week of January, man, I'm finna go crazy for February. Then you put a whole lot of shit in there for February, slow down on the 3rd. You know what I mean? And
that's what you're saying. Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're going to keep them in. Otherwise, they're going to be like, man, I got everything.
No, for sure.
So right. That's how you continue.
So how I'm going to tell you how I do it. So I make mine gamified, and I got levels in mine. So I got 10 levels in mine. Yeah. So what I do is I unlock something at every level, but you got to work towards it in my group. So you got to be like, watching the course, you gotta be doing stuff. You gotta be. You only get it unlocked for how long you've been in here. But I put valuable things on level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So like, for example, I was giving away like NBA tickets,
right?
NFL tickets.
Smart.
I was giving away MacBooks. I was giving away I'll pay your rent. I'll pay your car note, things like that. Or I'll do like a free vacation. Smart. Or I'll do like a VIP dinner with me in person if you reach level 10 in my group. So what's happening is the engagement in my group is going so crazy because they're working towards something.
And this on Facebook?
No, this is on the school platform I've been telling you about. School.
Hard.
So they got it implicated. They got it integrated in the software that's gamified, and they got leaderboards on there, so you can see who in first place. You can see who in 10th place. So like, I pick from my leaderboards a winner every month. That's a cool little concept I do. Another thing we do is in the levels. Like you have to do a certain amount of engagement and watching in there and staying in there for a longer period of time in order to reach the levels. And if you ever exit, you can't recoup your levels. You got to start back over from zero.
Oh, shit.
So they like, man, I ain't getting out of here. I'm trying to get that VIP dinner with Smitty. I'm trying to get that free vacation. I'm trying to get
trying to get
that MacBook. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps them stay in longer, keep them engaged to do the work. Because once they do the work, they actually get the result. Because that's hard to get some people to actually.
So you drop a lot of videos in there, courses. Like what?
So it's courses in there. I drop a lot of step-by-step stuff. It's already got the core of courses in there, of course. But then every month, bi-weekly or whatever, because maybe I'll drop them a step-by-step play or a step-by-step setup that can help them do something or set something up.
Right.
But the cool part is the gamified part, where people have to reach levels in order to get to the next level and stay in longer.
Wow.
So you can basically unlock levels of stuff too based upon how long they've been in there. So if you put the most valuable thing in here, like you got to be in here for 90 days, then you can unlock the free vacation. So now people have spent enough money to be able to, be in your group for however long.
Right.
So that's one of the ways I keep people in my group a long time too.
Damn.
About making it gamified. That was a cool little concept.
So school comes with the gamified.
Yeah, so it's already built in there and the leaderboard's built in there. So
wow.
all you got to do is just look at the leaderboard, see who's doing this, and just put in like what you want them to win at each level. Yeah. So then now it's integrated already in there. They come in there, they see all the levels. They like, oh shoot, if I get to level 10, I'm getting a VIP in-person dinner with Smitty, everybody be working towards that. Because it's like, I'm only paying $50 a month. If I work hard in here for however long,
Smart.
10 months, whatever it may be, I'm finna go see Smitty in person.
Yeah.
Well, you
Fly 'em
got,
out.
you know what I'm saying? But you got to work. You got to
Yeah,
be
yeah, you
engaged.
gotta
You got to
work.
watch all the courses. You got to be commenting, helping people out. You got to get more points to be on the leaderboard. And you got to stay in here.
Oh, that's
So,
hard as
and
hell.
it takes them a long time to build that, all the points up to be able to get to that level. But it's gonna be worth it by the time. But some people have been there a year and a half, and they like 80% there. So some of them might reach it, but you got to stay in there for a long time. But that's something smart to implicate in it because
Sure
then we
is.
get people to stay in there longer. You know what I mean?
Right,
They're not gonna
right.
leave that fast no more.
Free game.
Another thing you do too, like you said, kind of like when you know it's time for somebody to go out of your subscription, you do add something right after the threshold where they finna get out. I'll be doing like, okay, I'm gonna do a free event in person, but you got to be in the group. If you leave, you ain't gonna be able to come. Or I'm finna do it. That's another cool one I do
Yeah,
too.
that is good. Cause I be on yachts and shit, and I be lonely as hell on there. Like not lonely like that, but I could have like 15, 20 people on this big ass yacht, and that'd be smart.
100%.
Yeah, that's smart as hell.
Let me send this address real quick. She ain't got it.
Yep.
Hold on. We need the address. All right, so yeah, and then the next thing too, man, a lot of people don't understand when it comes to ads what to do too. I think the problem when it comes to ads is people know they gotta run ads. People know they should run ads, but they don't know how and what to do with ads. They just think it's just spend money and then I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of money just because I'm spending money. You gotta know where to spend the money at.
Also, I feel like this is a real secret, right? When you're not really known and you try to run ads, like if I spend $350K on myself and I'm known, then it makes more sense. If you spend $350K on and you're not really known, then you really got to spend like $800K because we gonna see you and we gonna be like, who the fuck is this? And we just gonna like not interested. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's good to just pay a celebrity to do a drop with you. So if somebody favorite that celebrity, then we might watch the ad because we don't know you, but we know the celebrity. So we about to see like what they talking about. That's why you notice a lot of people that's very successful, they use celebrities to get to another level. And then it's cool to run $150, $200, $300,000 on the ad. Then just yourself, especially if you got a low following.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I'm with you. Just the omnipresence of being seen and then offering stuff is definitely a work in progress on your whole ecosystem of how to get people to actually spend money with you.
Right.
So that's a part of it. And then I think you need to do organic content.
Yeah.
You need to do the ads and you need to do the collaborations. Yeah. So if you could do the whole and you need to be collaborating on podcasts, and you need to be doing theme pages, and you need to be doing ads, and you need to be doing you need to be seen so much so that people can get familiar with who you are and what you do.
But the thing is, though, also, what about because it's a million podcasts out here, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about like me? I take the approach of I just want to be on the biggest because so. Let's say if this podcast got 5 million, this podcast got 2 million, this podcast got 1 million, this podcast got 700,000. Or I go do all the podcasts with 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. I'd rather be on all the bigger podcasts because I get seen way more. Yeah, it might be expensive, but my reach gonna go way farther.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. So I take that approach when it comes to like, I've been on every podcast in the world, so I don't even need to do podcasts anymore, but that's the approach I will take. Yeah. Or I will take I will find a celebrity and it's just like get on the podcast because if I got the celebrity and I'm in a video and we're doing a video together and I'm on a page, it's the same shit.
Yeah, same
but I'm
concept.
basically using the celebrity to actually get to another level because now I'm taking a whole fan base, especially if they do a page collab.
Yeah, right.
So it's different ways because that's just like a podcast. If you gonna let me, if I can sit with a video on you and you got a YouTube channel or you gonna put me on your page and let me talk for 3-4 minutes about what I do, shit, that's better than the podcast.
100%.
You feel me? So it's little strategies like that work.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing since to build my brand. So that stuff work. Yeah. That stuff work. I gotta do it at a bigger level now though.
No,
now I gotta start playing crazy. You know what I mean? I gotta start putting a real bag behind it. But lately, my concept was let me run up, some M's first, put some M's up, and then get a great monthly reoccurring coming in with my M's up, and then I wanted to play crazy. So I got my foundational built. I got everything I want and need in place and everything, and then I wanted to go crazy. You know
How much you think you spent on a designer?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I slowed down, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, every time I buy something, it's kind of be expensive. So how much I spent on total?
Yeah, a month.
A month? Oh no, I don't spend that much a month. But this month I spent a lot, but not every month. I ain't spend a lot every month.
Right.
I probably spend like 5,000. You know what I'm saying? I probably spend like 10,000 this month, but I don't be going crazy like that.
Yeah.
You spend a lot of money on this.
yeah.
Boy, you spend too. That boy spend too much money on this.
Yeah, I spend too much.
What's that number you said? Hey, bro, you threw me off. You said that.
No, that's because I was trying to make it to the fashion show.
Oh, so
it was like close to $1 million. But that was because I went to Gucci, Louis, Fendi. You know what I mean? So that was so I had to spend a certain amount of money in each store to be able to go to all the fashion shows.
Oh, for real?
But remember, I met my billionaire homie at a fashion show. You get what I'm saying? So it was really because of that. It was like, you got to go to the fashion. Like, you see how everybody at Monaco right now at F1? Yeah. People go to these events to meet people, and they see you, and they be like, oh, well, you know. So it's different connections. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that.
Certain people you need to meet.
That's certain connections you can't just get anywhere. You
like,
got to be in those other rooms.
Some of them, like, booth stare is 30, 40K. You know what I mean? And then now you're connect. Now they looking at like, oh, who are you? Now you say, hey, I do digital marketing, and here go my Instagram. So now you done met this whole investor that might want to work with you. You never know.
Yep, smart, bro.
So I wasn't really doing a designer thing. I like designer, but I spent that type of money. You know, that was just like 1 year type shit. Just
how much you spending right now? You be spending
right now about 50, 60 a month.
Bro,
Louis Vuitton high as hell, bro.
Bro, you be spending 40, 50,000 a month, bro.
Bro, one outfit is 6,000, 7,000.
Like, why you spending at this point? Why you still spending 50K a month, bro?
That's because like it's just like when I walk inside of Louis, I just like it. Like I just like the vibe. When I put it on, I feel good. Gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when that new Amiri come out, you feel good, right? So it's kind of like, you know, it's just like feeling good, smelling good. You know, it's just I don't know. I'm not trying to do it, but I ain't finna put, like, I had a Fashion Nova contract, and then, you know, I was just like,
okay. How you liked that? How you like working with it?
I ain't like it.
Because you couldn't wear your designer stuff.
Yeah, I ain't really, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't me. It was cool. It was like $20,000 every month type shit.
How you think a consumer mindset is on somebody? How you think that somebody else look at that they can't even make 50K a month in life?
But they can.
But you can spend $50,000 a month on clothes.
But look, they can do it.
They can, but I'm saying that they haven't been able to.
I mean,
and they looking at you like, this man spending 50K on clothes.
I mean, this is the thing. Crazy. This is the thing though. Like, okay, boom. I was spending more. I actually slowed down. My account had me slow down. It was like $200,000 a month. Yeah. You know, because I was trying to go to Amiri, then I go to Fendi, then I just got it. It's like a habit. It's an addiction. Yeah. You know what I mean? You feeling good. They bring you the coffee, and they're, oh, hey, we got some new stuff. And the pre-orders.
They think they smart, man. They got this like sales psychology thing in there to make you feel good and spend more money with them without constantly knowing.
When you buy it, it's a stress bubble because for me, I only can wear the outfit once. So once I wear it once, I can't never wear it again. Niggas gonna be like, you just wore that. I seen your picture. So it's kind of like that. Like, I damn near need to sell an outfit or like do something. But then how it works is, as soon as you buy the outfit, a week later they got new shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like about it. At least come out with something every 2 months.
But
you feel me?
So you don't gotta keep spending money.
You feel me? So like that's basically what be kind of blowing me a little bit. But it's cool because I travel and then I got a new outfit when I go travel. It's just like a trip. You know how much them trips cost more than clothes.
Trips be expensive. I went to Dubai for the first time. I ain't expect to spend that much money, but I wanted to get the full experience. Exactly. And I did everything I wanted to do, and I spent too much money.
No, for sure.
And I was
the first class, the hotels, I don't know how much but you know, we be out there for months, so we be like spending so much bread, bro. Like,
bro, I went for a week and spent too much money. I was pissed when I got back home. I was having fun though.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it looked good.
Time of my life. It looked good for sure.
Yeah, you could tell the difference of like people respect it more when they see like, damn, he going crazy out there.
For sure. I got a lot of responses when I came back from out there.
But like, just imagine if you were the same way through teaching. It's like, you see why I post a lot on my story is because people like, it's like you're posting like they're with you. They like, damn, he went out to eat here. Damn, he went shopping there. He had this room.
For sure, I'm with you on that.
So that's why I do how I do it. Just because, you know, some people go out of town and post 2-3 pictures on their story.
Nah,
You be like,
I'm
man, what
getting
you go out of town for? What the fuck?
Because he getting busy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do what I do, but I make a lot of money from doing it.
For sure.
Because everybody be like, oh, I'm motivated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you got to think, if somebody gonna pay you that type of money, they need to see some shit. Because there's a lot of cappers out here.
It is a lot of cappers out here.
Yeah.
What you gonna do next though? Like, what's next for you though? What you like? What's next for you?
The next biggest thing,
do?
man, bro, is like investing into doing like construction real estate.
Okay, new
You know,
developments.
Yeah, new developments.
Okay.
And then like
Which-
I'm talking about getting a team of people and like trying to build condos and shit, like real money, not the
Yeah.
little homes and
Yeah, some
I'm trying
hotels and shit.
yeah, I'm trying to do some real money shit. Like that's the only thing that I really want to do. Like and just I want to continue to travel.
Yeah, you love that. You love
Like I
travel.
love traveling. Like
Yeah.
that's like gets me out of my like zone. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'm going to Italy on the 27th, which in a few days.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go out there, then I'm gonna shoot to China. Feel me? Just moving around.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do a out of the country mastermind, man. So
You should.
out of the country joint. I think that'd
Yeah.
be dope. For
I mean,
in the
Dion
circle.
finna come to Dubai. Me, you, D. We can go crazy in Dubai. It's a crypto event going on. I don't know if you into crypto really.
Not yet.
I don't know why.
Because I didn't learn about it. I got to educate myself about it.
You need to educate yourself about it because you don't see the money going up, and you could have been in it early and made millions of dollars.
I mean, I don't look into it, so I don't know about it. I ain't gonna lie, I never look
Damn.
into it. Because I wasn't educated on it, so I don't want to play with it. And I'll put my money in there. And you know what the hell you doing and get smoked.
But it's just like a banking account. You put your money in a bank account, don't you?
I don't like to. Hell no, I
That's
put my money in other places.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, the banking account is worse than crypto. You know what I'm saying? You can make way more money like in crypto than just sending your money in the bank account. The crypto is a banking account.
It should be going up and down though, right?
Yeah, but how you can do it is if it drops low,
Yeah.
you buy in when it's low, it goes up, and then you just transfer USDT.
Which I gotta learn. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I just don't know
and
yet.
then you wait till it drop again, dump back in again, and you steady making profits, way more than the bank. The bank
How long you been in crypto now?
like 2 years.
And you like this? You
yeah,
like it?
yeah.
You like crypto? Who taught you? Like how you learned about doing it and starting?
I mean, to be honest, I started learning from Sam,
I don't know who that is.
my boy. He's
bet.
from Dubai. Like,
Okay, bet.
yeah. So I was like, damn, he going so crazy. Then when you go to Dubai, you notice that everything is crypto. You can buy homes, cars, food, anything.
With crypto?
Yeah, where everything is, you can pay in crypto.
Oh, I wonder why they got it like that.
I mean, shit, it's Dubai. They ahead.
Yeah.
China ahead. You know, the United States is the only place still really take cash and shit.
Oh, that's crazy. We gotta get up on that.
For sure.
Yep. So I think, man, I'm just focusing on growing the business, growing the brand, and then I gotta start investing super hard. I might even gotta buy a plane next year. You know my CPA said I gotta buy a plane in 2026.
For taxes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Damn.
I gotta buy a plane. They like, yeah, all this little stuff you doing ain't working for to be able to handle this tax bill. You gotta spend
my
some money.
tax bill is crazy.
Yeah. What you gonna spend money on in order to handle that tax bill now?
Bro, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I just paying it.
What? Hey,
Yeah.
Ben, bro, you gotta stop doing that, bro. You need
Yeah.
to be putting this somewhere. Don't be giving that to Uncle Sam, bro.
Yeah, I'm not educated on that all the
Yeah,
way.
bro, I gotta put
So
you
it's
with
the
the
same thing.
CPA.
Yeah, I got a CPA, but they just like, I don't know what the hell. They just,
Nah, they bogus.
yeah, they is bogus.
You don't supposed to be doing that.
Because I'm just like,
Trump then made and only paid $700 in taxes.
yeah, they.
Hey, that's your next thing you need to focus on, man. You need to do
Yeah.
taxes. Your stuff be crazy, what?
My shit crazy. I
Nah.
be stressed out a little bit.
I
Like,
know you be stressed out. You got to give Uncle Sam all that money. That boy
Yeah.
ain't getting no more of my money. I learned that game fast. I ain't-
so basically, okay, you got. Let's say if you owe a certain amount of
Yeah.
taxes, what you got to do?
You have to spend. So this is what they said. You got to spend money now. So like during the year, you got to spend money on stuff so that you don't give it to Uncle Sam. So let's just say you owe $1 million in taxes,
Right.
before the year about to end. You have to figure out how to spend $1 million in a way that it makes you more money besides giving it to Uncle Sam. Because if you give it to Uncle Sam, they're gonna make you nothing.
Yeah.
So why not spend that $1 million on something that give you a tax benefit so that you can make returns off of it though versus giving it to Uncle Sam, because Uncle Sam just smoking. Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
That shit crazy.
So I'd rather invest into a plane to where somebody gonna book my plane all year. I'm gonna
Yeah.
make money and I get the tax benefit on the back end where I don't gotta pay Uncle Sam. I could be able to put my money into something that's gonna make me money versus just nothing.
Right.
So I'm just like the tax game ain't our enemy. We just gotta learn it so that we can leverage it to our advantage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And then that's
and you
something
gotta have like a knowledgeable CPA too, because some of them just take
some
your
of them
money
do.
and just
Yes, a fact.
and they don't even care. Oh, you're protected. You owe $400K. You owe this. Or you owe that.
No.
You're like, damn.
Yeah, about a lot of real estate, man. The real estate is the number one thing
But
that we
I
can
done
do.
bought real estate and that shit just sitting and just.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's more of a headache. The real estate game.
Then to give to Uncle Stan and make $0.
No, I'm saying though. Okay, let's say you buy the real estate and it's just sitting there and you damages and grass and this and that and just. I don't know. I got property in Texas, bro. That shit just sitting there. I'm stressed out about it. I need to get rid of it.
I think you just gotta find somebody that's gonna manage it for you, so you don't gotta worry about all that.
I got that.
And then you still,
but it's still like storms happening, so the roof getting fucked up, and you know what I mean. Like I'm just saying, it's not.
I get what you're saying.
That's
I'm
why
with
I'm
you.
telling you, crypto. I don't want to have to deal with like real assets like that.
You don't like them.
Nah,
right.
It ain't worth it, bro.
I like storage facilities. We don't got to deal with no tenants, no headache, none of that stuff. I like storage facilities.
Yeah.
To where people just pay a monthly subscription, you know what I'm saying, to be able to put their stuff in your thing, and it's automated. Nobody got to work there or nothing. You make it automated to where nobody got to work there. And so I'm about to invest into one of those next. That's something I'm investing into. That way we don't got to deal with no tenants. We don't got to deal with toilets and all that crazy stuff. You just come here and put your stuff in here, boom, shut the door, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? I get paid a subscription off every person in here. I like that model.
As far as some sauce, man, what can you give somebody right now that don't got no money right now? They trying to make a few $100s, a few $100,000, a few thousand, something. Like, what can you tell them that they can do right now?
I'm always gonna lean into getting that credit side right, bro. Cause like you know we can get access to our first $50,000, $100,000 of somebody else's money if you don't got money. So I'll be working so hard at cleaning that. Like why not just leverage YouTube? There's so much information on YouTube to clean it. Right. You leverage YouTube to clean your credit and at least get your first 20,000. You're gonna need money to make money. So
so you said clean their credit first.
Clean their credit.
Okay.
Build it up and then use a credit card loan to get your access to your money you need to start anything you need to start to make some money. But truthfully, this is how people make money, man. You gotta solve people's problems. You don't really need money to solve people's problem. You have to create an offer that solves the problem for them, and people are really willing to pay you.
Right.
So you can be dead broke and create an offer to solve somebody's problem and make money.
Right.
So you need to figure out. What is people's problems. You know what I mean? That should be your focus, because it's like if somebody got a toothache and that will hurt, it don't matter how much it costs. How do I get this fixed? They don't want that thing to be fixed so bad. You know what I mean? If you got a toothache and it's hurting and it's messing your stuff up, all you want to do is get it fixed. If somebody say 5,000, you don't even care, man. Just fix this stuff out here. You know what I mean? Because the problem is so heavy on them, right? So if you could think about things that's heavy on people, that's problems, how could you create something to solve it? And then people be willing to pay you any amount of money you want, to be honest. And it don't matter if it's expensive or cheap or whatever the case may be. Just, so if you sit at home and you're thinking like, man, how could you sit down and just think for a minute? Just even around you or whatever you're doing, whatever industry you're in, whatever industry you're around, how could you think about solving somebody's problem? And if you can think about how to solve somebody's problem for them, they'll be willing to pay you. And you don't need no money for that. So there ain't no excuse on, I don't got this in place. It got to be perfect. I got to do this. That don't matter. If you can figure out how to solve somebody's problem,
if somebody wanted to link with you in Atlanta right now and they want to learn everything that you know, they want to hold your hand, they want to meet with you every day, they want to call your phone every day, they want to be your best friend, what would you charge them for mentorship?
I don't really do one-on-ones.
You don't do one-on-ones?
And if I did do one-on-ones, it'd be high. I ain't gonna. It'd be over 100,000 if I did a one-on-one. I don't do one-on-ones, and I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson right here. Yeah. You're not supposed to do one-on-ones, and I'll tell you why. Well, it's not smart. I'm not saying you're not supposed to. It's not smart to do one-on-ones. I'll tell you why. What if 1,000 people booked your one-on-one right now today? What if Kim Kardashian posts you right now and 1,000 people booked your one-on-one right now? What you gonna do?
I was literally set dates of when I can
you BANDMAN 1,000 people. How?
I mean, Grant Cardone don't do it.
Not no one-on-one. It's one to many. Never one-on-one. So think about this. If Kim Kardashian posts BANDMAN right now, you say, man, I got one-on-ones right now for 100,000, and 1,000 people bought it. How could you fulfill teaching 1,000 people one-on-one? How?
Shit, we'll make a way. I ain't gonna lie.
It sound good though.
I know. It sounds good. We gotta make a way.
I mean,
what about
You can't. It's physically impossible to do a one-on-one with 1,000 people.
One-on-one.
So you can't.
So you have to get like
you
a class.
You yourself basically because you can't.
you would have to get a classroom or something because it's guys, big entrepreneurs out here that's doing that.
Yeah.
That's getting paid $250, $300.
They are, but they only can do a few. But I'm saying if you get put in the right position, if you get booked out, you can't do a whole bunch of one-on-ones. You like, and then we talking about like 0.2% of people that's charging that and getting a lot of people to be able to buy it. And realistically, a lot of people ain't getting nobody to buy no $500,000 program or a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's just say it was a time frame. Like I'm talking about the realistic people too watching. I'm trying to resonate with them instead of just us to each other. But to them, they don't got no money to spend no 100,000. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to think about for them, and especially if they thinking about starting this type of business model, you should do one to many though. So I can teach 100 people for $5,000 or $10,000 and teach all of y'all at once. Versus if I took 100 of y'all and taught all y'all one by one, I wouldn't have no life.
Right.
If I charge all y'all 50,000 instead of 10,000 and taught all y'all one-on-one, I would be doing one-on-ones every day for the next how long?
Yeah.
6 months. I wouldn't have no life. I don't have no freedom no more. We start this business and make money to what? Get freedom. Yeah. So if you do one-on-ones and you get booked out, basically what I'm saying is you're going to tie up so much of your time that you're not going to be able to have no freedom. And that's not what we created this business for and to make money for. We created this money to do what we want to, be peaceful and have some freedom, bro. We can chill when we want to, do what we want to when we want to. So you should be trying to do group coaching and do one to many. I'd rather sell 1,000 people $1,000 product and make $1 million and teach all of y'all at once. And then have my freedom.
How do you stay disciplined?
I think I just developed that skill with the results I got from being disciplined.
You drink,
the time frame I did. I don't drink or smoke.
Oh, that's hard.
I don't drink or smoke, do drugs, vape pens, smoke hookah. I don't do none of it.
Straight money.
I straight get money and I take care of my family, my kids. I get busy, bro.
That's hard.
And I teach. You know what I'm saying? But I never really picked up on it anyway. It was like, did you used to? I never really picked it up.
Me either.
I was hooping in Chicago. I was just being a regular dude. Everybody else is smoking and drinking. I'm just like, man, getting drunk, crashing cars. Getting in trouble for weed when it was illegal. I'm like, I ain't got time. I'm trying to get rich. Y'all steady putting all these obstacles in my way to mess me up. I don't want to deal with it. It's just too many. It was always some problems with drinking and smoking. It's like you get in trouble, you getting robbed because you're trying to be the weed man. You going to jail. You drunk. You crashing cars. You falling over. You're throwing up. You're not feeling right for 2 days. You're messed up. This don't make sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You're spending money. You spending money every month. All year, how much money you spent on liquor and weed? Now you don't got money to invest to yourself, to grow your business, start no business and investment, but you're doing that all the time. That don't make you no money. That shit doesn't make sense to me.
Do you gamble?
No.
Okay.
I started trying to gamble when I got smoked at the casino so many times. I quit. I got smoked like 4 times, 5 times.
Same.
One time I got smoked for I ain't even let it get crazy. I let it get to 6,000, 7,000.
Yeah, I was like, man, this shit is a scam.
I'm out of here. I'm not this stupid.
Yeah,
I just lost 5,000 3 times in a row, and I ain't made $1 back. I'm out. That didn't make sense to me. Yeah. So
Wow.
Yeah. So I think but the focus need to be, man. It's 2025. At least get you some digital stuff, man. Get you some digital marketing going on. I believe the wave of it is just catching this momentum. I don't think it's oversaturated. I think that everybody have the opportunity to add a digital component to their business model that they should take on and be able to pursue. If you just create I don't care if it's an ebook. I don't care. Create something digital that you can be able to stop trading your time for money. You're not going to never, ever make a lot of money trading your time for money. You need to create stuff that you can make money on autopilot, in your sleep, reoccurring, and all these type of things. Like don't need to be doing the things that's going to be able to trade our time for money. So digitally, things is gonna have to happen for you. So if you can be able to learn that game, learn that industry, man, I believe that you could be able to create an extra stream of revenue for yourself or scale what you got going on to the next level.
What are some sites, that people can go find you at as far as your school community and stuff like that?
So link in my bio on my Instagram. You go to my Instagram, you can DM me the word free. I'm gonna give you my free training. So everybody on here, that's what y'all can do. Go to my Instagram, DM me the word free or a class. I just give y'all my free training. I ain't even trying to sell them nothing, man. I got stuff in my community and stuff like that. But I want y'all to get my free training so I can see the value of what I got for y'all first and then determine if you want to work with me or not. Right. Which more than likely, I make millions of dollars. I can teach you how to do a lot of things. I would recommend you to do it. But, I'd rather show you the value first. And then we pick where you need help at and then let me solve that problem where you need help at.
Exactly.
Back to what I was saying earlier, yeah.
And what's the Instagram?
Yep. So it's Smitty the GOAT on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Y'all follow in. I'm always giving game, posting content, giving y'all game. I'm breaking down how I do the things I do, how I make millions of dollars, how I do this funding stuff, how I run a funding company, how I turn my business digitally, how I do my membership community groups. These things that I talk about on this podcast today are the things I can help y'all start, scale, and grow. Man, we're going to go crazy after that. Let's get it.
Hey, Famous and Wealthy Podcast. Where we at, Roger?